Well, the movement against abortion has some reasons for optimism. Last Friday, the same day as the March for Life, you just heard Tammy mention it, a federal appeals court lifted a lower court's order that blocked Texas from kicking Planned Parenthood off Medicaid. Texas's efforts were prompted by undercover videos showing how Planned Parenthood harvested fetal tissue for profit. That's not creepy or anything. David Daleiden is the founder of the Center for Medical Progress, which produced those videos, and he joins us tonight. David, thank you very much for coming on. What I find so interesting about this story, and the reason I think no one ever wants to talk about it, is that you could be for legal abortion and still look at this and think, well, that's like the most grotesque thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's horrific. At Planned Parenthood, it's abortion first, abortion always, and capitalizing on their abortion program no matter what. So as you've just heard your previous guest talk about, not only is Planned Parenthood raking in more taxpayer money than ever before in their latest annual report, bringing in more money from private donations than ever before, and also doing more abortions and making more money off of their abortion program than ever before. And as the videos that I did with the Center for Medical Progress show, and the federal appeals court from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals has now determined definitively that the undercover videos show that Planned Parenthood resorts to criminal abortion methods to harvest more marketable body parts from their abortions. And this is something that's horrifying to normal everyday Americans. It's something that treats their patients as if they're just harvesting pods or a cash crop for Planned Parenthood. And it's something that's against federal law, and that Planned Parenthood is still under active federal investigation by the DOJ on account of. So there's no reason.
So what does that mean? I mean, it looks to me like you just caught him flat out doing that. It's dehumanizing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's grotesque. Nobody wants to live in a country where that happens. It's also illegal. You can't sell organs. Why has no one been indicted for this? I'm sincerely confused.
Yeah, well, you know, it is really interesting. So far, at the very least, there were 2 very good congressional investigations done, multiple criminal referrals that went to state and local and federal law enforcement. So far, at least in Southern California, the district attorney in Southern California did bring an initial case against 2 of Planned Parenthood's business partners in Southern California. That was for the first successful prosecution of a node of their baby parts trafficking network. It resulted in a $7.8 million settlement, shutting the companies down, and they admitted guilt for selling body parts for profit that they harvested at the local Planned Parenthood. So now everybody's waiting for the U.S. Department of Justice to do their job and hold Planned Parenthood accountable to the law, the same as any other organization, the same that we would expect for any other organization that's in violation of federal law, which is something that, again, a federal appeals court has now looked at the evidence and said this is probable cause that this is going on.
This isn't even the argument over Roe v. Wade, or even over abortion itself. And you would think that Republicans in the Congress, if they actually paid attention, could win this debate, because who's for that? Who could possibly be for that?
Yeah, not a lot of people are for it, and certainly the people who are for it don't want to say publicly and don't want to proudly get on your show and say that they're for it. But
by the way, they're welcome. Anyone who's for this, I can barely even describe it. It's so repulsive. But if you're for that, you always have a spot on my show. I'd love to hear why you're for that. David, thank you.
Thank you
for doing important and deeply unpopular work.